clear the garage, please. Car's ready to leave. Less than one lap of fuel left now, the tank's pretty much empty. Okay, engines fired up, we're set. Okay, we've only got one lap. That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're okay. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now... Welcome along, everyone, to sunny Spain, specifically to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. So many great moments in Formula One history have been written at this very track over the years, including Michael Schumacher's first win for Ferrari back in '96. That win was in the rain. We might have better weather here today, but we're just as overjoyed to be at the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and the popular opinion in the paddock is that we never wanted the chicane in the first place. That's now been gone, the final corner is much faster, and at 2.9 miles and 14 turns, we await the Spanish Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying, and alongside me for this afternoon's commentary, Naomi Schiff. Good afternoon, Nones. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? what do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
The energy store's depleting, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. The weather's certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Okay, Roman, our fuel usage rate is higher than we need it to be, so please let's try and back off a little bit and make it last. Copy. Okay, ignore that objective. Focus on your VSC Delta instead. VSC deployed. The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive Delta here. Slow down and maintain a positive Delta. Right, drop your speed. Our Delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. Okay, clear. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Max is in the pits. Max in the pits. Affirmative, medium tyres at the next stop. Pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out. Understood. Stopping this lap. Right, temperatures are vital for tyre wear, as you well know, so please try and keep them in the green. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres. Okay, Roman. Tyres are running hot, mate. Tyres are running hot. Please keep the temps down if you can. Okay, we're looking at some gearbox wear, so try to keep the number of shifts to a minimum, please. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Gap to your teammate behind, 11.8 seconds. Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate. Okay, we've been given... That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. leading our teammate by 21.4 seconds. We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Okay, Roman, we've got some clear track around us now, so let's use it and make this next lap a quick one. Let's go. Okay, roger that. Soft tyres at the next pit stop. I'm afraid you've been given... Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Box, we're coming in this lap. Okay, pit in this lap and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. Okay, we're reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGU-H. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep temps under control, please. Gap to your teammate behind, 26.3 seconds. Right, we've looked at the gearbox issue, but I'm afraid there's nothing we can do. Try and drive around it, and we'll just have to hope for the best. Remember, you've got a lot of torque in these power units, so you should be able to stay in high gears for a lot of the lap. Green flag. Safety car. No overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Okay, we can take you this lap. First position, front of the pack. Car behind is Max. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Your pit window's now open. Pit window is open. Okay, we're into the last 10 laps now. Okay, go go, go! Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. You're approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car. Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. You'll be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety cars reach the pit lane. Okay, clear. Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.3 seconds. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. lap, final lap. Push, push. Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
Roman Staněk takes the checkered flag and wins.
Well, that's 2 race wins in a row for them. I think they'll be really happy with that. I mean, 1 race win is great, but to have 2, you know that you've got it. You're a little bit more comfortable in your skin. This is a great sign of maybe what's to come next.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action, but with more races lined up